So my name is Roz Robertson. I'm the brain trainer at the Carpinteria Boys and Girls Club. And I started a few months ago. We're doing a pilot program here at the Boys and Girls Club. And it was so exciting because we are in the process now of finishing up that group. And I was training 3 students, and Noah, Ben, and Sophie were training for probably about 2 weeks before I saw any kind of real noticeable breakthrough. And then after that first couple of weeks, it just took off, and it's just been great to see. So with Noah, he really was just an incredibly improved, and once he got a sense of what the brain training was about, the metronome and the movements, he just took off like lightning and has just made incredible improvement in school as well as in the brain training. So he's just a star. And then I also work with Sophie, who is adorable and is brilliant. And she started out sort of in the same mode as Noah, getting a feel for the training. And then once she got a sense of what her body and the sounds and the movements were all about and the feedback, she has just done beautifully. So we're almost done with Sophie, and I'm excited to see her test scores because I think she's really going to show some huge improvements in school. And I know her mom is really happy. And then I also have Ben, who started out in sort of a slower mode and was, I think, struggling at first. And after we worked together, and Sherry actually came and worked with us one day as well, he seemed to really understand, I think, what it was that we were trying to do with him. And today he just trained and he got a 53. So that is compared to being in the 200 range. So, and that's consistent now. So it's really gratifying to see him do so well. And I'm really excited about that. So with Noah, when I first began with Noah and Ben in particular, both of them seemed to have some behavior control challenges, and really, were struggling sometimes to stay on task. And once we had been working for, a week, I would say, to 2 weeks, that improvement, that breakthrough happened. And also their behavior calmed down, especially Noah was able to listen to directions. He was eager. And I think then, from then on, he was, I think, changed. So really, it was great to see that. And with Ben also, I felt that he was in particular discouraged. And once we gave him, I think that extra training time, and we went back and actually repeated a few exercises so that he could build his self-confidence, then he really, I think, began to believe in himself. And, as of a few weeks ago, he is just, I think, really excited and really is doing so much better. One thing I wanted to share was that a couple of months ago, Noah told me that he was so glad that Ben was doing the brain training, because every day Ben's teacher, who is Noah's teacher at the same school, was keeping Ben in at recess because he was having a hard time getting his homework done the night before. And Noah was telling me that he was so glad Ben was doing the brain training, because now the days that Ben was coming to do brain training, he was also able to focus and get his homework done that night, and then he could play with Noah on the playground at recess at school the next day. And Ben heard Noah say this as well, and Noah has mentioned it a couple of times. And I think that's strengthened Ben's social ability as well. And that has created kind of a nice little group between Ben, Noah, and Sophie. And now as we've expanded, it's a really fun thing for the kids to be able to say, I'm brain training, and it's really been a very positive thing. And I think the kids feel special, which I think also gives them a good sense of, of having some hope for themselves.